Hi guys, Claire here. I wanted to do a video today because a lot of us are, some of you guys are brand new to planning, and when you watch a whole bunch of Plan With Me, sometimes you see these gorgeous weekly spreads, but you really don't see how the spread ends up, by the end of the week. That's sort of like the ugly part that a lot of people won't show you. So I just wanted to kind of take a minute to show you a look at how my planning style has changed over the past few months since I've moved into a personal planner. I apologize in advance. I have not been feeling well, so I need to redo my nail polish, but you know what? Life happened and I just don't feel like it. But I would just want to take a minute to show you some of my spreads that I've had over the past few months since I've been in my personal planner and just show you kind of what they look like at the end of the week. So yeah, so here we go. This is my beautiful Recollections planner from Michaels. Sorry, I have that poking out there because I'm taking my cats to the vet today. So let's just go ahead and get to the weeklies. Okay, so when I first started in my personal planner, I really didn't know what to do. I mean, the pages were so small and so different from, the Happy Planner and the Erin Condren. So it took me a little bit to kind of figure out my way of planning, and you'll kind of see how my planning style adjusted. I had to find, these were the Recollections inserts, and I liked them okay, but you'll see that I have sort of tried different things. And my planning style is pretty messy. This was when I moved from the Recollections inserts and I started using the Planner Starfish inserts. They're grid lined and they have the week on one page and an empty grid page on this side. And I really liked this type of insert because I could put all of my weekly to-dos here and then just basically like the things that I, places that I, just other stuff over here. Like I was able to separate everything fairly nicely. As you can see, it's still pretty messy at the end of a week. This was when I kind of figured out, hey, I can use the heart check boxes as my check off for my week. So I thought that was really cool, and I liked being able to decorate a bit more. These came from a printable kit that I found on Pinterest. But as you can see, I like to, doodle my own stuff in there as well. But yeah, so it's still very messy. That's sort of how I roll. It got to the point where I had my check off lists on here and then my other things that I had to do, but some days I needed an extra page to really get my to-dos done. So I ended up a couple of these weeks putting an extra page in here, and some of you may recognize this is just from Target Dollar Spot, and it's just an extra to-do page in here. And of course this was the page, the matching page from this side. Yeah. Same thing, I was still doing my check boxes up here, and this was another to-do page that I felt as though I needed to add in. Yeah. This was one of my happiest. I love this. I just love the bright colors. As you can see, I didn't get everything done, but I really like it. To a lot of people, this seems very messy, but to me, I know where everything is, and I like seeing what I did that day. Like this was a pizza night that we had. This was the first time my daughter had her first allergist appointment, things like that. So I like looking back. I really enjoy looking back on my pages. Now from this page on, I moved on to these type of pages. And so my planning style changed a little bit. I started using the large decorative boxes. And just sort of still trying to kind of keep my to-dos on this side, and it still looks very messy, but like I say, mostly I write stuff in as I go throughout my week, so by the end of the week I know what I've done every day, and I started watching Stranger Things on this day and stuff like that. So This was actually a collaborative plan with me that I did for Let's Make It Sparkle. And if you go back through my YouTube channel, you'll see that plan with me. But this is actually how it looked at the end of the week. Random little stickers placed, everywhere. I always, whenever I travel, before we had our electric car, whenever I would travel, I would always use a little gas sticker from Libby & Co. and write down how much I spent in gas traveling. So, yep. So this is what, your plan with me looks so adorable and pretty and cute, after you're done. But then by the end of the week, they just get written on and whatever. But I like it. This was my Harry Potter week. Yeah, I love it. This came from a really awesome kit from the Geeky Planner that I love that my planner buddy sent me. And this was where I started bullet journaling. So you'll notice as I go through these pages that my planner is not as messy and cluttered as it was before, because I started using also a bullet journal. So you see it's not as cluttered because a lot of my to-dos got put in my bullet journal. And eventually at some point I will show a video of that as well. But yeah, so I mean, this is where the day that the flood in Baton Rouge and Dedham Springs. I know it's like a really cheesy way to mark it, but it was important to me to put it in here. This was a week, I really didn't write a whole bunch. This was my reminder to pray for Louisiana every day. We went to the GeekCon and I got to talk with Kathy and Jimmy, which was fantastic. And you know what? I keep all of my weekly pages in my planner as well. This was another week. As you can see, I still, it's still pretty messy compared to a lot of people's planner pages, but I think it's YouTube deposit, woohoo! But I think it's important to see, when you're a new planner, I think it's important to see people's spreads after, after the fact as well, so you can see it's not just you who writes all over them. And yeah, and I started not feeling very well that day, and I was kind of unwell all the week. Yeah. These are some really cool, when did I start using this one? Okay. Back here, around the end of August, I started using this habit tracker stamp from Atelier Designs on Etsy. And I actually have one, I have it stamped in my bullet journal as well. But I really, really love this habit tracker stamp because instead of writing all of my to-dos for the week out, I can just use the stamp now, and it makes it cleaner. Yeah, I really, really like that. And then I still have the entire box, that I can dedicate to what I needed to do that day or where I had to go or what happened. And a lot of times during my week, I'll go, if something happened, then I'll go back and I'll add it, to that day, because this is for me, it's not just about keeping track of what I need to do every day. It's, important for me to be able to look back and, kind of look at my life and see what was going on when, and, yeah, just to kind of see how everything's, and also it's fun to see how my planning style has changed. Now, I like these inserts, but because they're dated, I feel like I can't go back to my old inserts quite yet. These are undated, and I still have, most of them, and I will go back to them. I quite like them, but I feel like I have to use these up first. So once this, the end of this year is up, then I'll go back to these inserts and I'll continue to use my habit tracker stamp over here. I really have enjoyed using like the full boxes and stuff like that for, to decorate my spread. But yeah, I think I sort of miss, my random splooshy sort of planning over here. I kind of miss that, so I'll be going back. And this is my week, this week so far. And as I go through my week, you know, things change. We have a vet appointment today for my kiddos. I need to actually get canceled stickers because we didn't end up going to Lily's allergy appointment yesterday because TRICARE didn't process my referral, so now we have to go on Thursday. So I need to get canceled stickers. I need to remind myself of that. Hey, look at that. I'll remind myself now. Buy canceled stickers. There. See? Super easy. Yeah, so there is, and I actually keep the full year in here, which really doesn't take up that much space. So once I finish this year with these inserts, then I will go back to these inserts. I liked the way I planned on here. I like that it was less about buying a full kit, because now it's like I feel like if I'm going to plan on these pages, I love this page. I feel like if I'm going to plan on these pages, then I have to buy a kit because I want to be able to use like the full boxes and stuff like that. Whereas when I was planning on these pages, I didn't feel pressured to buy a full kit because, you know, it was just sort of random stickers that, you know, I liked, that I wanted to, you know, coordinate with colors that week. So it sort of made me, I wasn't freaking out and running to Etsy to buy, you know, all these awesome kits and whatever. It was actually a little bit easier on my wallet. So, I mean, and I used like stickers from the Happy Planner book thing and the Happy Planner sticker books. And I actually have like the big Happy Planner, the new ones that just came out. So I like those. I want to be able to use those as well. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to take you through and show you how the planning style has changed and show you that, you know, at the end of your week, your sheets don't always look super pretty and tidy like they just came off of like a glam planning YouTube video. Sometimes they look haggard and messy, but you know, that's part of the joy of it. It's part of the joy of planning and looking back on your sheets like, wow, this was what was going on that, you know, week, or this is what was going on that day. And sometimes I just like going back through and just reading all the little individual things that I wrote down. Like I wrote this down here, became a Saints fan, because I actually had a audition to be for the Saints NFL football tickets, whatever. And so I had to like study up and learn all about the New Orleans Saints. So yeah. And then here's the day that I had my audition. So I had 2 days to become a Saints fan. So I like, and this was the day that we got our Tesla. So I like being able to look back through here and see, you know, what was happening and, you know, yeah. So I just kind of wanted to take a minute to share with you those things and, you know, kind of encourage you that not every week in your planner has to look super amazing. And don't be afraid to write all over your stuff and, you know, make a mess of it. Don't be afraid to add stickers that don't necessarily go with your planning style that you did that week. You know, this is yours. This is about your life. It doesn't have to look like, you know, a YouTube video. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon for my next Plan With Me. Bye-bye.